And our next guest is not only a musician and an all-around nice guy, he's also a survivor. He is an adult survivor of childhood sexual abuse. And we welcome Tim Danbrook. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you very much.
It's good that you're here.
Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
You have brought a music video.
Yes.
And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the video, and then we'll come back and we'll talk to you about a couple of things that I think are really important. So let's take a look at the video.
Okay.
Okay.
A scallywag or two, you touch me and I'll touch you. What I didn't know, how could I grow? And I didn't know, how could I grow? You're not real if you don't feel it. Society makes it hard to deal, and I didn't know, how could I grow? And I didn't know, how could I grow? Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? No, I don't, sir, it was stole by the 3 blind mice. Thought they were all by the lot in life, and the witch told their tale. Mama, where did you go? Left your baby naked in the gutter and snow. Shall not relive you, will not forgive you, in heaven or hell, wherever we go. We are tied by the lies that bind, and the family's blind to things unkind, and the child cries, I don't mind. Mother Nature bows her head, and the children dance in the streets. Every single child gets fed. Mother Margaret puts them all to sleep, and the devil wept happy tears, and the child smiles no more fear, and his masterpiece it was complete. And his masterpiece took him all around the world, looking for the little boy that thought he was a little girl. And his masterpiece took him all around the world, caring for the little boys, caring for the little girls.
Wow, yeah.
Quite the video. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, there is.
Maybe we can talk a little bit about the video and then about the journey that you've been through.
Sure. The video, what I wrote it was like a feeling memory that I had of the time period after I left my home, and then before I get into recovery, kind of like what you're feeling through all of that, like where it was my mom and all that was going on, and all your feelings are shut off, so you can't feel anything. Everybody kind of everybody just shun you. They don't know they're shunning you, but the subject is so forbidden in our society that you just feel like you don't belong anywhere.
Yes.
So there's a whole host of stuff that comes out of that, and just individual things that I was remembering. And I just had to have a happy ending because I actually had a happy ending myself. So I just wrote a happy ending in the video. So I got to do that, which was kind of neat. So for me,
And I just have to jump in and say thank you for that, because it really is important to know that there is something at the end of it.
Yeah,
That was
absolutely.
just so
Yeah.
important.
Yes.
which was kind of neat. So that I just did that not that long ago. Actually, I just finished it up not that long ago. And Connor's music, I gotta say,
Love Connors.
Yeah, for sure.
Connors. course.
They
Known
are.
Paul for 40 years, eh? Yeah. So,
But you've been, well, these are some of the things that have helped you through the process.
Yeah.
Reading, educating.
the Victims No Longer, that is named after this book called Victims
Yes.
No Longer. And
Yes.
what it is there's a gentleman by the name of Mike Liu, he wrote it. And he wrote it in 1988. I read this particular actual copy in 1992. And it's like a survivor's guide.
Yes.
There's a whole host of, different characteristics that people display when they've been abused, or little things that are applicable, and some of it's applicable to me and some of it isn't. But what's there, anybody who's been a victim will find parts of what they need out
Without
of
question.
that.
Right.
And
No
you can-
question.
there's a format, not a format, it sounds too formal, but you just get a set of guidelines to find your way into recovery and out the other end of the tunnel. You know, the light's out there, that's for sure, I can tell you, because I was extremely, extremely affected. I worked 7 days a week, 15 hours a day for 15 years, from the time I left home till I was 30, and which is one way to anesthetize. You're either a workaholic or an alcoholic or a drug addict in order to get through that stuff. And so when I finally found my way into recovery, I found these books extremely helpful. If you're there yourself now, I would suggest you start looking around the internet and looking for information about
Yes.
others. You need information about other survivors, because
Yes.
it teaches you that you're not alone. And once you realize you're not alone,
And
and then you start reading what other people, and you realize you're not crazy either.
Yes.
Exactly.
If there's any main message I would give about what I went through and what I believe applies to anybody, and that is that if that guy standing right there went through all the exact same things I went through, he would behave the same way as I'm behaving now. So I'm not crazy, and I'm not. There's not anything wrong with me. It's a question of what I went through. So you got to work your way through it to get back to square one again. And there's lots of, and people are great. People really want to help. They don't. They think they're helping sometimes when they tell you, well, the past is the past. Buck up, put it behind you.
Right.
And they don't realize, they're trying to help, but what they really don't realize is that they can't deal with it themselves.
And you've got to walk in those shoes, and that's why I feel very, very blessed to be here, because
I appreciate you being here for that reason. When you told me that this morning, I found it was comforting to know
yeah,
that I have a fellow survivor.
without question, sir. And I wanted to say too, this gentleman here, I watched the video,
Amazing, eh?
and to go back to the point that you were making just a couple of minutes ago about you don't think you're crazy. I mean, when I was watching that video, when those behaviors that he was talking about,
Yeah.
I exhibited all of those and engaged in those,
Of course.
thinking, oh my gosh, what's happening to me?
Yeah.
So for me, even as many years after the fact as it has been, just sort of that reaffirmation, like, okay, that was all part of it.
Yeah,
And you do come out the other side. So I just wanted
It's
to say,
been 7 years or something since I read this original one of that, and I still have new realizations now when I'm looking back. I have no need to, because I have a really incredible life now, for me anyway. I think it's incredible. I have really healthy kids.
Yeah.
I have 5 healthy grandkids. I get to go on vacation. I get to play my music and have a laugh.
Right.
Like that's,
Right.
comfortable sitting here right now in my own skin.
and that's key.
Yeah, big
That is
time.
key.
And I just need victims out there to know it's hard work,
Yeah.
but if you do the work, you'll get out the other end of it. And there's lots of good, caring people out there and if you run across someone who can't take it, let them off the hook. They mean well, they'd like to
Yes.
help you, but they just can't do it.
They can't.
Go look for a professional is another thing to do. You start getting your own information, you start looking for, but a professional help, a therapist, counselor, someone who with some experience with it
Yes.
to help walk through the process with you when it gets intense. I know we're getting.
Thanks to I know. We got like 15 seconds.
Okay,
15
I'm good,
seconds.
I'm good.
You know what? Thank you so much. We have some important numbers at the bottom.
Survivor11@start.ca. That's
All
it.
right.
I have an email. Sorry.
Thank you. No worries. We have lots more coming right up, so go away.